So I was visiting there with my family a few years ago, back in 2018. We stayed at this really cute historic home that was turned into an Airbnb over in San Telmo part of town. It was decorated with a bunch of antiques and random old black and white family photos from different families. It was two stories, but the upstairs was more of a loft that only covered about half of the downstairs. High up on a downstairs wall was just one AC heating unit for the entire building, and it didn't really work very well to cool or heat the entire building. We were there in winter, so it was really cold. And in order to heat downstairs properly so we weren't freezing, we had to turn it on the highest setting. But that made upstairs stifling hot. Since I always run cold, I slept upstairs with my daughter. She had a cold, so I figured it'd be better for her to be in the warm air and not get sick, with the cold air. And my ex husband slept downstairs with our other daughter. Back to when we first arrived, my daughters ran upstairs immediately to explore. They were really excited. My youngest daughter came running back downstairs a few minutes later, telling me someone said hello to her, and then told her to hush, be quiet. I told her she must have just heard someone talking outside, and I brushed it off. I was sleeping one of the nights and I got hot. I kicked off the covers and started to fall back asleep. Suddenly, I felt an icy cold hand grab the top of my foot and toes. I screamed and turned on the lamp next to me. There was no one in the room, and the room was so stifling hot from the heater, there shouldn't have been anything at all icy cold to touch or to grab my foot. I was freaked out to go to sleep the next night, but somehow I managed to fall asleep anyway. I woke up in the middle of the night, panicked, and looked around the room. I saw a figure there in the pitch black darkness. It was about my same height or maybe a little shorter. I couldn't really tell exactly. I'm 5'2", just so you know, so it was pretty short. And I could see long hair in this figure. Somehow I just knew it was a young girl. I don't know how I got that feeling, it's just what I felt. I turned on the lamp, and there was no one in the room. I left the lamp on for the rest of the night and eventually fell back asleep. Even more creeped out the next night, I still managed to doze off eventually. Again, I woke up in the middle of the night in a panic. I looked around the room, and this time I saw multiple figures of various heights standing around the room as if they were all facing the bed, watching the bed, looking at the bed while I slept. And again, I got the vibe that there were men and women of various ages in the room. I screamed this time and turned on the lamp. Again, there was no one there. I left the lamp on and fell back asleep listening to a movie on my Kindle with my headphones. For the rest of the trip, I slept with the lamp on, my headphones in, and listening to a movie on my Kindle.